What's happening, guys? Thank you for tuning in to the latest episode of the Gym Bros podcast. You got myself, Josh, and Vicky joining us again today. Hi, Vicky.
Again, I know. It's such a talent that I'm on here twice.
I know. Well, we thought this would be ideal for you, so we like to do a little thing that we call the vent.
Love a good vent.
Exactly. So it's our most controversial episode. So it gives us loads of grief. It gives us loads of content, and it's good for us to have a little bit of a humorous vent. It's not to be taken too seriously. It's just a bit of a laugh.
As long as we can get a few reels out of it for, the socials.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because we only do this for socials and likes.
Exactly, yeah. We want to make sure we offend as many Karens as possible.
Karens and Daves.
Karens and Daves.
Karens and Daves. That's it.
So, so we thought we'd have a little bit of a vent today about things that annoy us in the health and fitness industry in general. So I'm going to let you start, seeing as you're our special guest today. Because I know you've got a lot to vent on.
Do you know what? I think I vent all the time anyway. Yeah. If you follow me on social media, if you don't, I'm sure that people
will pop
you'll pop the details on. You just have to search Tiny Tight, and I think I'm the only one. I don't know. I'm the only one that sound like Tigger. Anyway, it's late, isn't it? Right. I had a client come to me, and she was saying, I was standing around for 15 minutes waiting for the hack squat to become free. But some guy was doing 8 sets on it. And what was so annoying was that he was just standing there in between sets, watching TikTok for at least 5 minutes in between. I said, girl, you should have just gone off and said, listen, fuck off, I've got shit to do. And this was one of my biggest things. So the other day I went into a gym. And it wasn't Old Schools. I actually wanted to come to Old Schools, but the traffic was shite. Yeah. So that's a rant in itself. That I couldn't actually come here because of traffic being dog shit. Thank you, DPD. But I went to this gym and I thought, right, I'm just going to go in. I'm going to smash my session out. And there was this guy on the leg extension. And I swear to God, not only was he sat there, if you're not watching this on Instagram, guys, but I am sat here like this. Legs akimbo, so you could see every bollock that was hanging out. How big it was, I don't know. Whether they were socks, I'm not really sure. But he was just sat there on his phone like this, and no word of a lie, for at least 8 minutes in between a leg extension set. I was like, fucking hell, I would have done like 4 sets by then and gone home. But not only that, he was wearing sliders. He was wearing flip-flops whilst doing leg extensions. Now, I'm not being funny. Have you ever tried to walk fast in flip-flops?
Yeah.
The fuckers fall off.
Exactly, yeah.
So if you're going to be doing a leg extension and flinging it up, that thing's going to fly off, first of all. But second of all, it gives you no stability in the gym. Please stop wearing sliders. So that's the first vent that I really want to put off, because also it looks very unattractive.
I don't get where this trend has come from, training, and like I can understand if you wear them and you come to the gym and you wear them while you're walking around the gym. Like I know a lot of people now, like the little trend is to train barefooted, and I get that. So or in the socks, barefooted or the socks. So they're coming into the gym in sliders so they can flip the flops off and train.
You flip the flops off.
Exactly, yeah, flip the flops off.
Have a god flop.
But I don't get. I've seen people like leg pressing in sliders.
Yeah, I know, so stupid.
And I was like, I don't get it. And it's like
the whole thing came from Jordan Peters. Came from JP, and the only reason why he wore sliders was because he got so large in his off season that he physically couldn't put socks on.
Yeah.
And that's the entire reason. So he could literally just step out and step into his shoes. That was the whole point. But then people kind of thought, oh well, if JP's doing it, then I must do it. So it's either flip flops or why are they called flip flops either? Wasn't it such a stupid name?
It's the noise they make.
Yeah, but what foot is the flip and what foot's the flop? If that is the argument, which one is which? It's like the whole the Rice Krispie thing, snap, crackle and pop. Who's snap, who's crackle, who's pop? Because I'm not being funny, but I wouldn't want to be known as pop.
No.
I just would not. But, if left is flip and right is flop, then I just think that we should flip them around and call them flip and flap. Or something along those lines.
I just call them flop-flops.
Yeah,
because that's the sound they make. Flop, 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 flop.
That's it, But, it doesn't make any sense to me at all, training in flip-flops. There's no that or Crocs. Crocs are even worse.
Now, when I went to America, everyone trains in Crocs.
Why?
Crocs or trainers.
Crocs don't diss Crocs.
I'm not dissing Crocs.
I've got Crocs that I wear at home.
I don't train in Crocs.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I wouldn't not train in Crocs. They're really comfy.
I even saw couples
still
in matching Crocs
Yeah.
training
really?
together. Yeah.
Oh wow. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Crocs
Oh,
are
wow.
the restaurant chef choice.
Crocs have
No,
sport
chef
mode
wear
on.
Crocs.
Well, actually,
Or with safety shoes and shit.
yeah, they're different kind of Crocs. They are not the actual Crocs that they wear. They're not.
They're vintage shoes.
They're not vintage shoes.
Vintage shoes.
Vintage shoes.
And they have sport mode.
And they got
Which is
sport mode.
much better than a flip flop. At
Do
least
they
it
have
doesn't
like
go
a go?
flying
Do
off.
they have a go faster stripe on
Yeah,
it? Is
yeah,
that
they have
why it's
sport
called
mode.
sporty?
You can
Probably
stop
get-
your Crocs flying off, but you
get
put the
wrapped.
thing on the back and
Put
it
the thing
sticks on
on the
your
back.
heels. Sport
It's
mode.
not going to
that
help
is.
you on a fucking leg press, though, is it?
No, but you can run in them.
Yeah, you
Without
can.
it
You
flying
can run-
off.
you can run in them,
You can
yeah.
run in Crocs.
I bet it would be harder though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The kind of shin splints that you're going to get from that are
Oh
just
god,
terrible.
yeah.
But yeah, training in flip flops, it does my nut in. Training in flip flops whilst on TikTok, so you're not actually training.
TikTok flops.
TikTok flop. You know, if you are doing TikToks in flip flops, flop off.
Trading in fucking designer clothes.
Design clothes.
Did like. Oh,
Come on, get it out.
Coming in and training in a fake Gucci t-shirt.
yeah, like
One that says
Gucci
Gucci.
Gucci.
or like a fake fucking Rolex or like Alexander McQueen. Those shoes.
Oh, yeah,
those
yeah.
because those are not
They're not training
gym
shoes.
They're not like a flat bottom shoe. They're quite a raised up sole.
Oh,
and they
like
just,
cloud shoes.
Yeah. Yes. Don't fucking come in those shoes.
I've not seen that much. I've seen people wearing like what I would class as like nice t-shirts for training. And I was like,
nice
I have gym
t-shirts.
wear and I have nice
Yeah.
wear.
More like just wear gym clothes.
Just wear gym clothes.
Just wear gym.
Just wear your raggedy ass gym clothes.
Yeah.
Styly clothes. Not
Oversized t-shirts.
yeah. Don't turn up in your Vauxhall Corsa getting out in like supposedly like 10 grand's worth of fucking
With a Porsche jacket on.
yeah, with a Porsche jacket on. Like it
Gucci
doesn't-
hat.
Gucci hat,
Gucci man
Gucci
bag.
satchel, Gucci shorts, Alexander McQueen.
Ferrari cap. Turn
Don't,
backwards.
yeah.
Jangling your Ferrari
don't
keys.
walk to the gym in your designer clothes because your priorities are wrong if it's all
Yeah.
genuine. Buy a car.
Well, it depends on how much money you have, I suppose. If you have money to train in a Gucci training top, then why not?
Gucci don't make a training top.
How do you know? When was the last time that you shopped in Gucci?
Last week.
Oh, well, I stand corrected.
They just make tops.
They just make t-shirts, not actual gym wear. You can get shorts and you get shirts and this, that and the other, but you can't get like...
I
They,
would
don't,
come in a 3-piece.
they do a tracksuit as
Oh.
well.
Flip
But,
flops.
In flip flops.
Yes.
oh, yeah.
I do find it funny when people train in jeans. You know, jeans, the lumberjack jacket,
See,
and like the big bother boots.
we don't have
Yeah.
we don't have the jeans. We have a
You can
no
get the-
jean rule.
Oh, that's good.
The lumberjack gym top.
That was a bit of a fashion.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
this
Isn't it
company,
James
they're quite
Hollinshead's
nice,
got
they
like
are. Yeah, they're quite
a
nice,
range
they
that they
are.
do. They're like a wider fitting, kind of oversized, kind of lumberjack
Yeah, I've
shirt.
seen a few people do them in big baggy trousers, like the Gaspari big pants. I own 2 pairs of those. They're amazing.
Like parachute pants.
Yeah. Honestly, they're so
MC Hammer.
comfy. so comfy, seriously. And then they wear like their rider wear shoes, but then they've got this lumberjack shirt on, but it's all done up, like right up to the collar. I'm like, surely that has got to be constrictive to your airways. You know, just kind of wear it over top, nice loose, you know, type of thing. That's fair enough.
Oh, we're gonna have to get Vicky back on, and we'll
Yeah.
do another what's hot and what's not in the fitness industry again.
Don't
we'll
wear
do
work
another one of them
boots, work trousers. Don't come in after like
straight off the site.
stinky work clothes. Yeah, straight off the site.
Oh, yeah.
If
I
you
don't
change
know
your
that.
clothes, you change your clothes.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you're coming in your sweaty,
If you've been at work all day
Yeah.
on site, don't come in the
it's a
gym.
bit.
It's a little bit more like etiquette, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
it is,
have
yeah.
some gym etiquette. There is gym etiquette. And I think that's, I think a lot of people forget about gym etiquette. It's just like, oh, gym etiquette, put your weights back. Yes, number one priority,
Yeah.
do that. But please, if you stink, please have a little bit of a wash before you come to the gym.
Yeah.
That is, again, quite a nice little etiquette. Especially if you are a big sweaty mess as well. You know, the sweaty mess and then going face down onto the lying leg curl.
Yeah.
Wipe it off. You know, please.
My favourite one is the seal row
Oh, my word.
because it's got the face, and you get on that after someone's had it, and you're like, oh my god.
It's like, come on, people.
Is this water or is it
What is
salty?
this? Roddy?
Never
Never do that. Never do that.
Maybe.
Never do that.
You know that whole thing about don't eat yellow snow? Same kind of thing. Don't taste somebody else's puddle. It's
Don't.
yeah, just don't do it.
Josh just likes putting random things in his mouth.
Oh, okay. I think we'll leave that there. Okay, so the flip-flop rant was done, and the gym etiquette rant was done. So, Josh,
Bye.
monster.
Come on, Josh, what's your Ben?
So my rant is something that is all the time, and Miss Nutritionalist Nurse Extraordinaire over there, you can keep it shut for now. This isn't about whether it's right or wrong to drink Monster.
Something that annoys
this
you.
is just, so I drink Monster. I tend to drink 2 a day. Don't care. 2 a day, and it's more when people volunteer. They're almost disgust at me drinking them. Like, so what? So what? Everyone has a vice. I just like Monster. I just love it. Coffee doesn't really do it for me. I've had years of having pre-workout. If I come off Monster for a while and my caffeine tolerance sort of goes and I have a coffee, yeah, it's great, but then it just stops and it doesn't really work and I don't feel myself, and maybe it's a placebo, maybe it's not, but it's just something that I enjoy. And people will just go, shouldn't be drinking that. Not good for you, that isn't. And these people like probably sniff coke on a weekend, have a bottle of red wine at night. It's like, well, that's probably not good for you. I don't know anybody that was arrested for kicking off after having a Monster. I do know people that have been arrested for cocaine and arrested for red wine and
don't get
drinking.
a deviated septum from Monster.
Yeah, so it's not the devil's let it. You know, it's not the end of the world drinking a Monster, yeah. But people just have this like real hatred for it. Some people do, whether it is right or wrong, whether it's going to kill me or not. I'm not really that bothered. I just really enjoy drinking it. But some people have a genuine like. They just feel compelled to just go, you shouldn't be drinking that, it's going to kill you. Well, someone's going to kill me one day, isn't it? So I do a lot of things that might kill me, like, as you know. So
flying.
I'm pretty flying, yeah. So something's going to kill me eventually. And if it's a Monster, then, well, I'll die hyped up, so.
You die hyped up.
I'll be fine. I'll be just be...
I think it's more along the lines of just somebody volunteering opinions over anything.
Yeah.
Over anything. So yours is Monster. It's also when people take it upon themselves, like if you're pregnant, they just kind of go over and go, oh, look. It's like, I'm sorry.
Stop touching me.
Yeah, did I allow you to touch my stomach? You know?
I remember like one of my friends, she was pregnant, and then people would come over and touch her belly, and she'd go, I'm just fat.
Yeah, brilliant.
And they go, what? She'd just say, I'm just fat. And they go, oh, and they'd be mortified. And she never let on that she was like, when's it? And they'd be like, I'm just fat.
Yeah.
Oh, and the person just want to crawl up their own arse. I was like, that's the best way to deal with it ever.
Amazing.
That person does not know how to deal with that.
That's it. Volunteering opinions and just thinking that you can just go and do that. You know, it's things like that. Do you know what I get all the time when people like volunteering touching and stuff? Because I'm short, people come up behind me and they pat my head. Oh my God, it is my biggest. They pat my head as if to try and get my attention. They're just like, hi Vic. I'm like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? I literally look at them deadpan and I'm just like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Do I look like your pet dog? Yeah, seriously. And it's because I'm small. It's because I'm small. But apparently this is a done thing, you know, just tickle my head or pat my head or whatever like that. It's like, yes, I'm a fucking short ass. I know this. But if you want to get my attention, why don't you just kind of like, you know, tap my shoulder, give me a cuddle or something like that.
I so know how I'm greeting you every time you come to
I know, right? Every single time.
Get like a little fly swatter on the end. Hello.
But this is it, right? So I said it to my friend because I was in a full-blown conversation with my mate and he's got a beard, right? And I proper went off on this person who just kind of like patted my head and all the rest of it. And I was like, I'm not being funny, mate, but you've got a beard. How would you like it if I just came up to you and greeted you by grabbing your goatee and saying, hi, mate? You know, you wouldn't bloody do it. So why pat my head? Why pat my head? Everybody in this world I know who I am very good friends with, they're all fucking taller than me. I have come to the conclusion that I'm never going to grow anymore. And I'm fine with it. I really am. But using my head as a rest post, you know, just because you're stood next to me and you're 6 foot tall, that is not okay. So for all of you shorties out there, stand up and just basically
stand up on a box.
Stand up on a box.
Stand up
and be heard.
On your step.
Get on your step.
Get your steps out.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I don't bash my head on ceilings.
No, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Neither do you, Paul, to be fair.
No, I don't. I definitely don't. So my vent is, I'm sure you've experienced this and you've experienced it. It really annoys. I've got 2 really good ones this week. One's an annoyance and one's like from a business point of view. Is fit shaming. Mm-hmm. So when people are commenting on, like if you're dieting or you're eating healthy or whatever, why do people want to comment on my food? what I'm eating. Or the fact to go to the gym is another thing. Or I've even been given abuse because I had muscles.
Oh yeah, I get that all the time.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But it's not appropriate. If you walked up to someone and go, all right, fatty, that'd be the worst thing ever.
But you like KFC.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's it, that's the other thing. I had it when I went to America, I was like queuing, and the security guy, he was just a normal guy, and he was probably just wanting to make a conversation, and he went, bet you go to the gym.
No.
What are you on about? But it's like, why is it acceptable to say that? It's like you wouldn't go up to a fat person and go, bet you like an all-you-can-eat buffet. See what I mean?
It's true.
It's not right. It's not right. You can't be doing it. Or like when you're eating your nice plain chicken and your rice and a little bit of broccoli, and someone goes, oh, how can you eat that? Well, you wouldn't walk up to someone in McDonald's with a Big Mac and go, oh, how can you eat that? Just leave people alone. They can eat what they want. They can eat what they want. And my other then is, from a purely business point of view, and anyone that owns a business is going to get on board with this. Why do people not leave you reviews if they come to your business and use it repeatedly, but if they have a bad experience, they'll fucking jump straight on and give you a bad review?
Because I can answer this one, right? Because we run the Titan store and we do this kind of thing as well with Trustpilot. We've had loads and loads of wonderful Trustpilot reviews. Thank you, everybody, ever so much. I don't actually run the Titan store. Oliver does.
Yeah.
But, shout out for the Titan store. All old school members do actually get a discount.
Excellent.
Haven't actually spoken to you about that, but they do. So next time. But yeah, we've had loads of people give really nice Trustpilot reviews, but then you also have repeat customers who just don't take the time to do it, and it takes like 2 seconds. And it is a little bit annoying, isn't it? Because it's just like, oh, I just need like a little bit more just to have that 5-star, and then you jump your Google ranks and things.
Exactly.
For business, absolutely, totally understand it. But as human beings always focus on the negatives. Every single time. They can have 99 positive experiences, but they can have one bad one, and they will always relate it on that. And it will be the same in their lifespan as well. They'll have 100 good days, and then all of a sudden they'll have one bad day, and the world has ended. They'll never look back and actually think, oh, actually, though, I've had a good run of 100 good days, but this one day has fucked everything up, So, but it's because people focus on the negatives, and they always want to eke you out as a business owner as well. I had a business, but I had a negative experience with you, and it's your fault. And it might not have been your fault.
No, exactly.
Might have been fucking Royal Mail. Might have been technology. Could have been the fingerprint scanner that went bust.
Yeah.
Which might have been, hence the reason why you now use a code.
Exactly.
But, it's always going to be that negative experience. And I think that's my vent as well. Why are people not fucking happy anymore? Why are people not being happy? Maybe it's too many monsters. Or maybe it's because I'm short.
Do you know what makes me angry?
Go on.
Potholes.
Don't talk to me about potholes.
Why's your Porsche got a curb wheel?
What?
Why's it got a curb wheel?
It hasn't got a curved wheel. I'll have
to show it to him in a bit.
It's got a little tiny bit of the matte paint that has worn off.
It
looks like it's been curved, but it's not. It's just a little bit of the matte paint that's worn off. I would never allow my car to have a curved wheel.
Okay.
Potholes.
Very annoying.
It puts you in a bad mood.
I know, it does.
And I was like, they're everywhere, and they're massive, and you can't drive a nice car. I came back from America early in the year, and the roads are smooth as anything. Smooth as anything. They're massive, and smooth as anything.
Yeah, our road tax no longer goes on the road, though, does it?
So what's it
it's
go
emissions
on?
now. Road tax is to do with emissions rating.
So
you pay more depending on how much shit your car pollutes.
No, apparently that all kind of went by the wayside recently. Yeah, apparently
my road tax hasn't come down.
No, well, like my last car, I paid like 38 quid a year. But now my new car is like nearly 300 a year. And I swear to God, but the exact same model 12 months before was like 63 quid a year. And I'm like, how the hell can this actually change that much? I swear to God, they just randomly make it up.
Yeah.
It's the same with like your water bill. Your water bill comes in and like, how the fuck is that much? That puts me in a bad mood every single time. Or the estimates. You seen the estimates?
Yeah.
I know this has nothing to do with the fitness industry, but hey, we've all got to pay water bills, right? And the estimates come in. We estimate your gas and electric is going to be. How the fuck do you know?
Yeah.
I might actually just shut up shop for an entire month.
Do you know what you want to do? Contact them and say, I estimate I owe you 9 quid.
Yeah.
Works for you. Works for me. How'd you come to that figure? Oh, how'd you come to your figure? I just fucking plucked it out of the air. There you go. There's my bill this month, £9. There you go. I estimate that's what I've used. Try that. If everybody in the whole world started doing that, they get an estimate bill and they go, okay, well, I don't agree with that because that's just an estimate. You just guessed, basically.
Oh, completely.
So what I'll do is I estimate I owe you a tenner this month. There you go.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And then you can do it based on feelings. I feel the water wasn't of good quality today, so I'm not going to pay for water today.
Exactly. That's another good one. I don't feel I got the service I pay for, so I'm
the
not.
pressure wasn't quite right.
I had three interrupted showers this week.
It went cold more than one occasion.
Anyway, moving swiftly back onto the fitness industry. What else were we going to rant about? There was another one.
I saw another one, and I saw something online the other day, and I was like, you'll probably get on board with this. And I thought it was a great idea. If someone having a rant, and they were on about online coaches.
Yeah.
How there should be a directory where people can go on and review online coaches because there's so many online coaches just popping up left, right, and centre with no qualifications. Because you don't technically need a qualification to be a coach. No qualifications, no experience. Like you say, the common factor at the moment is go and do a show, place in your show, suddenly you're an online coach.
Yeah, or even don't place in your show.
Or even don't place in a show.
Yeah, do very fucking badly, and I'm still an online coach.
Still an online coach.
Oh, and by the way, I didn't prep myself. I had somebody else tell me what to do, and I felt like shit, but I still got on stage in my board shorts. But now I'm a prep coach, and I can prep everybody. So come to me.
That might be my next business.
Might as well.
An online directory for coaches.
For not board shorts.
Do you know what? For board shorts. Can you wear board shorts? Right, you're in. Can you rock a bikini? Maybe not so much. No, you're not in.
I could rock a bikini.
A mankini or an actual bikini?
I don't know. I reckon I could squeeze in a bikini.
Squeeze? Okay, we'll have to get you measured. And a pair of heels. Heels have got to go with bikinis. Hey, if I've got to wear them, mate.
You need to wear them.
Oh, I know. It's so infuriating.
Stop people resting on you.
I know, honestly. I swear I have to have platform shoes as well. And
we'll get you some platform riders.
I do need them, I swear. One of the funniest things that I ever got, talking about fit shaming and things, right? So I used to always get, when I used to put up my prep photos and things, I always used to get men commenting things like gross, and it's like, do you know what? I just used to reply back going, thanks. Yeah. You're a doll. Because it used to piss them off even more. Yeah. And it's just like, do you know what? It might be gross for you, but you're also a fat slob who's probably about 40 who still lives in his mother's basement. Or attic, whichever one. Attic conversions, basements is very, very American. My family's American, so that's where I got it from. But I always used to get that. But when I was on stage and I was in my heels, people were like, God, you're tall, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking humongous. Because bodybuilding's all an illusion, but because I was stood next to mass monsters and I was always put in front of the mass monsters, I always looked tall because I always used to make myself look big. And of course, 6-inch platform heels that I could hardly walk in always helped. But for the whole fit shaming and illusion type of thing, I thought that was quite a good example to go on. But the whole online coach directory, unfortunately, it's never even going to get looked at. It really isn't. I've been saying for years that this industry does need to be regulated, because even though I'm a nutritionist, right? I'm a sports performance nutritionist and I'm registered. I have done 10 years worth of education to get to my credibility where I am now. But I'm also medically based and I'm also a dietitian. Now, I'm accredited by saying I'm a dietitian. I am allowed to write prescriptive meal plans for people. By law, PTs are not allowed to do that. They do it anyway because they don't give a shit or they don't know the law. Okay, but this is the whole reason why we have lots of people who have gut problems. Because they literally prescribe them chicken, rice and broccoli 6 times a day. Brah. And that's the reason why we have all of these problems with kind of overfeeding and having these intolerances. But we'll never be able to get a directory of good coaches and bad coaches because it's all going to be on opinion based. And it's also the person's choice to take on what this coach is telling them to do. So there's no case there, unfortunately. There's a very, very, very famous company and a very famous human in the industry at the moment who's very buzz about all of the health stuff. And I'm not going to say who it is because I will get a lot of hate, but don't care. So I'm not going to say who it is. But seriously, I've had probably over 20 people come to me with the exact same problems. And they're putting them on extreme low dieting in order to fix weight loss resistance. And it's like, so you've got weight loss resistance, so you're going to put them on 600 calories a day. and they're still not losing weight. But then their thyroid's fucked because they're on 600 calories a day. And this makes no sense. But because now those 20 people who have kind of like formed, I was going to say a cult. It's not a cult, but it's almost like a boycott, I suppose. Yeah. But these people who have all come together and shared the experiences about these kind of things, they can't do anything about it because there's no case.
No.
Because they sign a disclaimer saying that they take on board everything at their own will. It's like leaving your Porsche outside. It's at your own risk.
Yeah.
So you're never going to, unfortunately, get the industry regulated, which does piss me off. Because when people say to other people, oh yeah, well, I do what Vicky does. It's like, no, you don't. You have no idea what I do.
Yeah.
And you have done a Groupon course that has cost you 30 quid and you spent an hour and a half and now you can call yourself a sports nutritionist.
Yeah.
Well done for you. I nearly knocked off the microphone. But well done for you. But that does not make you knowledgeable about human physiology. But it's these people who are like, well, I've got a dysfunctioning thyroid. Okay, yes, I can fix that. Okay, fine. Tell me what TSH is. And they haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue what TSH is. They don't even know what a reverse T3 is. The NHS don't even do blood tests for T3. And T3 is the active form. So it's like, if the NHS don't blood test for it, do you think that the coach is going to know how to test for it? Absolutely not. So I personally think that if a coach doesn't know about basic human physiology and anatomy, they shouldn't be a coach. But it's not going to stop them because it's a dysregulated industry.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But these guys are making a lot of money, guys and girls making a lot of money because they're perceived. Yeah, and they're perceived to be. They're manipulating social media content, so they're perceived to be successful.
Oh God, I know. TikTok's the worst.
Yeah.
If you have 50,000 followers on TikTok, apparently you can charge £1,500 a month for coaching. Can you believe that? £1,500 a month for coaching.
Wow.
I know. And this guy came to me and I'm like, wow, mate, I'm 300. And he's like, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, £1,500.
How do you justify that?
And the coach's transformations. I went onto his website literally just because I wanted to see what you were paying for £1,500. His website was horrendous. The pictures were all different sizes all over the place.
Yeah.
So it was completely unprofessional. And his transformations weren't even that good. So I was like, dude, what happened?
What are you paying your money for? Yeah.
What happened? And he said, yeah, it was me falling in love with the picture. And it's like, but you see the picture on Instagram, the shiny Instagram coach doesn't mean that he's a good coach. Yeah. Or she's a good coach, and you know what my other vent about coaches in the industry are? Women who go, train shoulders today.
Oh, God, you've gone over this.
And it's like, here's my ass, but I train biceps today. Yeah. Come train biceps with me. Look, here is my fat.
We said it the other week. I said, what?
Get ready with me.
That was it. The get ready with me. I hate them. What is it with these?
Makeup on?
No, the women they're just getting dressed in a gym outfit. Get ready to go to the gym with me. So
what is the point?
That's what I mean. What is the point? That's not fitness content. I don't want to watch you get dressed. I really don't. I don't give a shit.
To be watched by
curvy
men.
It's not. Yeah, it's guys that are watching you going, yeah, touching themselves.
Yeah, they're getting ready for the gym.
I'm getting ready for my arm workout. That's what he's doing.
I'll get my monster
exactly.
ready.
Exactly. But what's the point? Get ready for the gym. I hate them posts. And the other ones are, what I eat in a day. No, you fucking don't.
Oh, yeah.
You don't eat that in a day. You don't.
People have said to me, do a full day of eating, being like a nutritionist.
Why? It's fucking boring.
Well, the thing is, my food isn't boring. My food is nice. But the thing is, personally, I find that it'll... Yes, okay, fine, you can argue that it gives you ideas and stuff like that, but, realistically, it might actually create an aversion to what you're eating in a day. Because if you think that you eat healthy or you eat right, but then I put up my full day of eating and it's completely opposite to what you're eating, all of a sudden you might think, fucking hell, I'm eating like a pig. Or I'm eating like dog shit or whatever. I can eat a lot of food. I'm just one of those people who eats a lot of food. Plus, I love food. We were just eyeing up the cheesecakes in the fridge. And it's just like, I might have to have one of those before I go home. But I can eat a lot of food. But then women are saying, how can you eat? Oh, no, I actually got a message that yesterday when I just put on my story just a picture of my food. And it was just literally fish with potatoes, veg, and some peanut butter. Don't diss it. Peanut butter and fish goes amazingly well. Depends.
I'm not allowed to say anything about
No,
your food.
You're not. No, not at all. But this guy just messaged me and he goes, bulking. I'm like,
why? Because it's got
no,
peanut butter in it.
just because it's got a big plate of food. No, I can just eat a lot of food. Doesn't mean that I'm bulking. And I hate the term bulking and cutting. I really hate that. I really hate it. It annoys me a little bit. It's just like, why can't you just say that you're eating a bit more and you're eating a bit
just
less?
Overused.
Yeah,
I think if they were used correctly, often enough. Like, I know too many people that go, I'm bulking, or I'm for instance, the best ones I'm cutting. Going out for a roast on the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
So you're not fucking cutting,
You're not cutting
are you?
then,
You're not cutting to the extent that like we would consider cutting.
Yeah.
I'm going out tonight. I've had this tonight. I've had this. They're like, I've a morning of good food, and then they'll just go mental. It's like, well, you're not
because
really cutting,
flexible
then, are you?
dieting, brah.
Yeah.
You may as well just say I'm watching what I eat.
It's the buzzwords,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's people they're seeing them online and they're picking up on this terminology and they're using it because it makes them seem more interesting.
Bulking
Yeah,
is an
yeah.
excuse
Yeah.
to eat shit food for some people.
Or it's just an excuse to keep you in the industry. Because let's face it, off-season is boring. Off-season is boring. It's just like you eat a bit more food, but you're still training.
Yeah.
So there's nothing realistically magical about it. Prep is interesting, especially when I did my prep last year, I didn't put up any updates about me because one, I was in full-blown off-season. So I was big, right? So my heaviest, I was 62 kilos and I'm 5 foot. So I was big, right? I mean, I wasn't like fat, but I was big. I was chunky. And I couldn't wait to start prep. I was just like, oh my lord, this is like my ass had its own orbit, with like miniature asses orbiting around it. So I couldn't wait to do it. So I put no updates. I just kind of said, great, starting prep. That's basically it. And I'm not going to put any updates on. It was only when I got into about 9 weeks worth of prep, I said, okay, now I'm going to put an update on because there was actually something visually to see. When you're in that first kind of 8 to 10 weeks of dieting, it's boring. So do it the other way in off season and it's just like, oh yes, I'm bulking. Nothing's actually happening. I'm just getting fatter.
Do you know the other one I really hate, which really annoys me? When they go, oh, I'm in my off season. Mate, you've never competed. You've never stepped on stage. Yeah, but I'm in my off season. No, you haven't had a season.
Yeah.
How can you be in an off season? You're just perma off season.
Perma bulk.
I hate that too. It's like we were on about the athlete one the other week. Like people that have on their Instagram, I'm an athlete. You're not. You're not an athlete. You're not competing at anything.
No, exactly.
Just because you film some workouts and you put up a get ready with me to go to the gym and a day's worth of eating doesn't make, and then you have a fucking tactical backpack, does not make you an athlete.
And sliders.
And sliders, yeah. And an oversized lumberjack shirt.
Oversized lumberjack shirt. That's it. Or your booty shorts, and that's just the men, that's what we're just talking about. But, athletes, I'm an athlete. Athlete of what? It is an interesting one. Or the sponsored athlete. I love that.
Oh, we had them as well, aren't we?
We spoke about it, yeah.
We were on about this. I hate this whole sponsorship thing where an athlete or an influencer will get a sponsorship deal and the product, whatever brand it is that they've signed with, then products then become the best products they've ever used.
And they've never used them before.
And they've never used them. And I said this, didn't I? I was like, you want to know what good products is? Go and have a look what they were using 6 months ago when they were spending their own money on products.
Yeah.
Then you'll see what's worthwhile because they won't spend money on a product that isn't good.
Oh, well,
exactly. You're not going to spend your money on something that's not good, your own money. If you're giving something for free, it doesn't matter whether it's good or not. It's for free. You haven't paid any money. So it's all crap. I hate this. Like I know, like back in the day, I worked for a large supplement company, distribution company, and we dealt with all the major brands. And some of the athletes were signing, they'd get the pro card because there was literally like one pro card a year, so it actually meant something. They would then sign like 6-figure sponsorship deals, and they tended to be with the big companies. But these guys had never used the products before. But because they were getting a massive amount of money and a load of products, so it helped their career progression.
That's it.
They're getting paid because they're professionals. Whereas now, these people are just getting an ambassador. I'm an ambassador. I'm a sponsored athlete. You're not a sponsored athlete. You're getting given some free products to promote it, and you get given a little discount code to get some. That's it. You're not a sponsored athlete.
A lot of them don't even get free products. They have to buy the product.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they get like Paul just said, you get your 20% discount.
Yeah, it's got a discount code. Oh, amazing! Wow.
Yeah, and then the affiliate code is only for 10% off your other ones or whatever. It's a funny one, isn't it, sponsorship? Because, I mean, I'm sponsored by Strom, but I've been sponsored by Strom for years. But I always use Strom beforehand.
Yeah.
And I've been with them since day one. And I still use Strom to this day because I believe in the product. I know that the products are good. I know that they're dosed to such a high level. So there's no kind of nastiness in there.
Well, that's it. If someone goes back and looks at your social media, they go, oh, well, before you were sponsored, you were using their products anyway.
Yeah, I always use Strom.
So, like I say, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Whereas it's not like you were using Strom and then all of a sudden BSN came along and go, there you go, I'll give you
BSN.
100 quid worth of BSN supplements a month.
I'd say have it back.
Exactly.
No, you're all right. Just don't like the colour of your logo. That's it. But no, I think that was a good vent, wasn't it? It was a nice vent.
I hate that one. It annoys me.
It does.
Really
There's a lot of
annoys
things
me.
that annoy me. Honestly, I could vent for hours. I really, really could. But we don't have hours, and I know that we're being clockwork.
Yeah. Keep it nice. We don't want to offend. Don't want to, because what happened is, I don't know whether you saw one of our previous episodes, but when we did the tactical backpack, we took the mick out of them. So Britain, our biggest member of the team, the biggest, strongest member of the Gym Bros, actually had to go on the run. So he was pursued by Karens around Europe. They chased him around Europe.
That's hilarious.
One strapping their tactical backpacks. And he documented it, so yeah, it can get quite severe if we offend too many people. We don't
I'm very excited
We don't want the
about
Karens
it.
and the Daves.
Oh, I'm very excited.
Otherwise, you might
about
have to
it.
take an impromptu trip around Europe.
Oh, I don't do that. I'm short. I can stand my ground. I can just crouch and people can step over me.
Or not see you.
Or not see me at all.
You could probably hide behind a tactical backpack.
I could probably hide in a tactical backpack and just, strap it to somebody else's back and say, tally-ho.
So yeah, no, thanks for coming on. It's been nice to have you. I think I'd like to get you on again. We'll get you on again. We'll do another couple of shows.
Cool
We'll probably
beans.
do another event one. We'll find another relevant subject to talk about. Tap
Cool.
into your expertise.
Okie dokes.
Yeah, anything else to add?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much, guys.
Peace.